Hi, I'm Pamela Banks with Keller Williams Preferred Luxury in West Palm Beach, Florida. You know, buying a house can be very confusing, and one of the most important things that you need to think about when you buy a home is insurance. So today, I'm here with McEvers of We Insure, and he's going to tell us about the process of buying and binding an insurance policy. So Kim, first of all, I want to say thank you for joining us and taking time out of your busy schedule. So we're glad that you're here.
Thank you.
And tell us now, when someone goes under contract with a home, how soon should they get insurance, and then there's a buying their insurance? What is the process on that?
Okay, so as far as the timeline goes in the whole home buying process, there are some key moments. And obviously, when you first go under contract for the home, you're going to get a home inspection. We always suggest that if you're going to get a home inspection, and the inspector is going to be there, that you get a wind mitigation. Because the extra $100 or so that you spend on that, you will save every year on your insurance in almost every situation. Also, if the home is over 30 years old, you will want to get a 4-point inspection. A 4-point inspection looks at roof, HVAC, electrical, and plumbing, and it just wants to show that those have been updated. Keep in mind that these inspection reports are just good faith inspections that the insurance company requires, because they're not going to look at the home before they insure it. And then after you close on your property, they're going to come out, in most cases, look at the home, at least on the outside, if not both the outside and inside. So we need those insurance reports. So I know you're going to want to save money, but when you get the home inspection, go ahead and get those done, because it's well worth it and it saves another trip. As far as when to get the insurance, you're going to want to start getting quotes from different agents and then picking an agent and a policy or a quote that you're going to want to have on your property. We always suggest that you do that 2 to 3 weeks prior to your estimated closing date.
Okay, good to know.
If you're going to have a mortgage on the property, which 70% of homes in Palm Beach County
we do.
Your lender's going to tell you to get it at least 2 weeks in advance anyway.
Okay, fantastic.
Under the new TRID law, they want to get it done. So we will bind it. We will collect payment at the closing, or if you're paying cash, we will still collect it, but we'll collect it from you, the buyer, at closing.
When you say bind, what does that mean when you're binding the insurance policy?
A binder is simply a temporary way of saying you have a policy and it is going to be effective on this date, and that until the policy is fully underwritten and issued, that you are covered with actual insurance starting on that date.
Fantastic. So what if there's a hurricane and you have your insurance is binded? Are you still good, or what happens?
That's an excellent question, because we get a flood of these calls all the time when there's a hurricane that's forecast to be coming to our area. If it's already bound, you are set.
Okay.
So if your closing still goes off on that date, your coverage is still set. If you are not bound, you should call your agent and make sure that it does get bound prior to that window closing, because we have binding restrictions that go into effect when there's a named storm that we know is going to hit Florida.
Okay.
And those usually go into effect 2 or 3 days at least before that hurricane is forecast to hit anywhere in Florida.
Well, that's it. So get your insurance as soon as possible, get it, bind it, and then you're ready to go. Now, quickly, condominiums. I know there's some new rules and regulations when it comes to getting insurance for condominiums. Can you briefly tell us what's needed?
Well, as far as the insurance companies, there isn't really that many changes. There are fewer companies that are insuring condos, particularly in South Florida, but what's really changed is more condo associations are starting to require it, which many didn't before.
Okay.
We're getting situations where maybe there's water damage in one unit and the adjacent unit doesn't have insurance coverage. And so the boards of a lot of these associations have just decided we're going to require that you carry a policy.
And I also think that the mortgage companies are also requiring it now as well. So it's something that used to be you could get by with contents insurance. Now they want you to insure in case something happens. So what about flood insurance? Who needs it, and how do you get it?
All right, that's another excellent question, because of Florence and the hurricane or the flooding that occurred in Houston last year. Everyone should have flood insurance in Florida. We're on a sandbar. We're all technically in a flood zone. But the question is, are you in a preferred flood zone, which is some think of as not really a flood zone, or are you in a standard flood zone where if you had a mortgage, you would be required to carry it? So whether it's a condominium or a home, if you're in a flood zone, a standard flood zone, and you're gonna be required to carry it under your mortgage.
So there you have it. And this is just a little bit of what's going on. Of course, we're not going to cover everything. If you're interested in purchasing a home, contact me at PamelaBanksRealtor@gmail.com or call me at 561-346-1658. And if you have insurance questions, Kim, how do they get a hold of you?
They can just give us a call or Google us. We insure West Palm Beach, 561-598-5699. We'll be happy to help you.
Here to help you protect your most valuable assets. Talk to you soon.